What is going on, all the full centers all around the nation? We are back with the double-digit episode number 10 Full Send Studios podcast. Let's go, Pogs in chat.
Is this just the U.S. now?
We're lit, dude. What?
You said around the nation, not the world today.
I'm sorry, Matador. I didn't mean it personally, dude. Our only foreign viewer. Matador's not in chat again.
No.
Matador's not in chat. He's falling apart, dude. He's falling apart with us, dude.
Yeah.
We thought we had something special going there, Matador, and we're starting off the episode on a weak point because of you, so I appreciate you not being here this week if you watch us on YouTube. We are back. 10 episodes, 13 weeks, technically. The first 3 episodes were a little rough, so we don't really count those, but 10 official episodes of the Full Send Studios podcast. Boys, we made it. Dying streamer, by the way, but, you know, we're slowly climbing. We're making our way there. 5 followers away from 50 followers. Pogs in chat. We're getting there. We're on the build-up. We got a great episode planned for you guys today. As per usual, we'll be kicking it off with a little bit of the Full Send Studios talk. What's going on with us? Me, our new game, ? It's pretty lit. As per usual, we got the weekly segments, gaming talk, game of the week, movie of the week, tech of the week is a really interesting one this week. We're going to be talking about Discord's new game store that they're launching. We're talking about the massive Bethesda sale that I think might end today. So if you're listening, it's a good thing you're listening if you didn't know about it, because now you do. We're going to talk about Fallout 76's interesting approach to dealing with griefers. We're going to talk about how Black Ops 4 doesn't look that bad, but I am not going to be buying it still. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Overwatch League Grand Finals and how they reached nearly 11 million concurrent viewers, Pogs. We're going to be talking about PUBG's community outreach website. Buying the domain fix.pubg.com. Pretty interesting.
That's not buying a domain. They already had PUBG.com.
Yeah, idiot.
It's a subdomain.
Okay.
Yeah, idiot.
Here we go, dude. Here we go. Did I say buy?
Yes.
Oh, whatever. I'm always interrupted. Can't do anything around here. We're gonna talk about the way I was brutalized by Snapchat this week, and our new update to in being an investing podcast now. Not really. We're going to talk about, I can't. I've never made money, so probably not be great advice. We're going to give an update on the story from last week. Trump's Space Force seems to be rolling through. Pence seems to be a phenomenal fan and wants to make sure that when Elon kicks us off into Mars that we take that land and we don't let anyone else use it. Space Force. So we'll be talking about that just a little bit and rolling into Elon as always. Our weekly Daddy Elon segment. And beyond that, we're going to be talking about the Pandora new project, which is a podcast genome project, similar to how their music, I don't know how it works now, I haven't used it since 5th grade, but pretty interesting.
I was using that Groove Shark in 5th grade.
Oh yeah, it was always divided. I felt like it was always like you were one or the other.
Yeah,
Pandora's trash, so but I'll put my podcast on it though, you know.
I didn't sponsor us, I guess. Megalol. I don't know if it's trash. It's just I like to listen to select songs, which I think they added that in, but
with that premium.
But back in the day,
$10 a month, which is pretty comparable to every other one.
Yeah. So yeah, those are gonna be the topics for the day. So it's gonna be a pretty good time as always. So let's see. We got the 10th episode Pog in chat. We talked about that. So FSS talk. So as was the case with last week. I started off with probably about a 20-minute introduction with myself. And this week is going to be exactly the same. So buckle in because it's going to be a wild ride. I'm going to take a drink of water, though, first. So, Ian, why don't you tell them about something?
Do you want to see Darren get mad? Darren, it's hot in here already. How does that even happen?
Sweating buckets. All right, I'm back.
Because it was freezing in here, and I turned the air conditioner down.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Did you actually?
It was cold as hell in here.
Dude, it was
pretty bad.
It was real cold.
Okay, so what was the problem?
Like it was
too cold.
It was like 20 degrees in here.
Worth.
No.
Yeah.
Not worth
Yeah,
it.
dude.
So, full sense, dude, that was a pretty good intro. Right about 5 minutes. Solid. Introduce all the topics, dude. Pogs boys, we're growing. Well, I'm growing up, dude. We're getting there. We're getting there. Full Send Studios talk. So last week, I had kind of talked about a little bit of a project that I was working on, and how, it was mostly just me learning about Unreal Engine and, Blueprint and whatever. Well, things have changed since then. Changed in a pretty substantial way. I would say there's a 99% chance that this game will be published or available somewhere to play. It will be free. We're talking about right now, most likely using itch or Steam. Steam is pretty much going to have to be a requirement for this game. It's just how she goes when you want to, network stuff and have the functionality that Steam provides. But it will most likely be available on other platforms as well. Like I said, it's going to be completely free to play. The only even attempt at monetization might be like on itch. They have a thing that's like pay what you want for a game. We might do that, but again, you can pay nothing with that option as well. And it would be encouraged that if you don't have any money and you still want to play the game, that you do so. It's mostly just a project for me to learn Blueprint and Unreal Engine in general. But also, we kind of realize that it's a good opportunity to connect with the audience, getting a couple games together, stuff like that. A little bit extra content for the YouTube channel as well. That's always a good thing. Never a bad idea to have that extra content. You know what I mean?
Content.
So, in general, yeah. It's been rough, dude. It's been rough.
So you're telling me that you became a Unreal Engine expert in 7 days?
Well, no. I mean, I've been working on the project a little bit longer than, maybe 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah,
I don't know.
about 2.5 weeks.
But a lot is...
It's been looking good.
A lot has changed.
It's
like, a
been
lot
looking
of it
real
has
good.
just been, like, putting systems together, and now stuff is actually coming together with, like, when you sprint, there's, like, working stamina system that when you run out of stamina, you don't sprint anymore. Stuff like that. So a lot of it's getting tied together right now, and actually, Darren, if you want to talk about what you did last night and what you've been kind of helping out with the project,
Yeah.
I
So
might be interested in that.
So we're kind of taking this as a bigger project now than what it originally started out as. So I will be also working on this project and kind of making it more ready for actual production. As far as for Cody, it's kind of a learning project. So a lot of what he does as far as Blueprint probably isn't like production ready, right?
Right.
Just because it's a learning project, right? So I'm kind of re-implementing systems in C++ and kind of taking the prototype that Cody builds and turning it into a production game is the goal here.
Right.
So with that, we were last night discussing map design and how we want that to work. So we want a pretty big map, right? And we were discussing the possibility of randomly generated maps in game. Probably not going to happen.
It's not looking good.
That would
for
be
Well,
lit.
it's not going to happen.
It's a lot. Yeah.
However,
It's a lot for this
Can
project.
you imagine though, like that game? So like you have a center area that's always the same.
Well, yeah, that was the
was the
intention, but
Right.
it's not going to happen.
But then everything else around that generates. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
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 Talk about selling 1 million copies. That's the key.
So
Yeah.
probably not going to happen. I will continue to look into it more and see what I can do with it, but I don't think we're going to do it. But on that note, we still will make huge maps for it.
Yeah.
What if we have efficient ways of doing that? I created a map probably that's bigger than Fortnite's last night, I think.
Okay, so I don't know anything about this. This is more of a technical thing for you. But what if we created like... So what if we had like chunks like Minecraft that were always the same, but where they spawn in the map was always different?
I mean, that is something that we can do.
Because we can make like
But, you know.
80 chunks and then have that tossed into a random number generator and then spit out in random locations.
Yeah, part of the problem that you run into with doing like tile-based stuff like that, where you have like a tile that is something, you kind of need to have like an algorithm that's like, you know, sensibly puts them together, and isn't just like this just randomly select a tile, put it here, randomly select another one. You generally have like a grouping of tiles that work well together and stuff, and you kind of have to have like
We could just
an
have
algorithm surrounding that, but. I mean, it's possible.
a certain amount of tiles that are like just open field, and those have to be connected to, you know, whatever city tile or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
So
I'm going to look into other avenues that we can do with it. And
To clarify, the maps we're using though are randomly generated. It's just not.
Yeah,
it's not
done
when
at
you're in the
runtime.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a map that is randomly generated, and then we save that map, and then it's a map in the game, right? Now, we'll probably add in some other stuff. Like, it won't be completely randomly generated.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be
some tweaking.
buildings and stuff like that. So, but the base of the map will be randomly generated, saved, and then map.
As of right now, yes.
Yeah. That is the current intention. Beyond that, you were working on the like actual like weapons and, you know, marking the path with ray tracing and stuff like that. So as it stands right now, right, like the system is a weapon does a certain amount of damage. With doing that, possibly down the line, something we're going to implement is like per bone or per body part damage, whatever you want to call it.
That is something that we will implement, not that we might.
So individual pieces get damaged. So it's like Dauntless.
Yeah.
Where there's both legs and arms and head and like tail, I guess, in Dauntless.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Exactly. So, you know, for example, if, you know, you hit a foot, well, maybe it doesn't do as much as if you hit him in the neck or something.
But it slows them down.
Maybe. I guess that's something that we can look into.
Or if they have a two-handed weapon, you take out one of their hands, they have to rip that weapon.
I mean, that really probably wouldn't be that hard to do. You would just have to decrease
all this is stuff we can do.
Yeah.
It's an evolving project.
Yeah. It's taking a lot more time to actually put it together for me because I don't know what I'm doing, right? I mean, I am progressively, and I'd say pretty quickly, getting into the phase of I can kind of think on my own, but I can't be Darren yet. Not yet.
Dude, I'm proud of you.
But it's pretty good.
Every time I look back, you're working on it, so I'm impressed that you're sticking with this long,
the grind.
honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's the grind. That's what it's all about. Got to put out that content for the homies, for the full senders all around the world.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's pretty exciting. It'll be pretty fun. I think, you know, this is kind of down the line, but we'll probably do some sort of like weekly or monthly. Once this is released, like we'll hop in the Discord server and do like a, you know, couple hours of the game and playing with, you know, supporters and stuff like that. But again, that's down the line. This is all stuff that we had kind of talked about doing before when, you know, the Gather was the main project. But obviously things have changed a little bit. So it's stuff that, you know, this is a lot more simplistic. So there's a lot of other things that we can kind of add.
I don't even know that I would necessarily say that it's simplistic. So
I said more like than the Gather.
I don't even know that I would agree with that. So here's the main difference between the Gather and this game, right? The Gather is very heavily story based, right? The game kind of revolves around a large campaign story, and that's what we want to do with it, right? And that's what I'd still like to do with it. However, stories cost a lot to create, right? You know, so when you talk about a large campaign, you have a lot more specific modeling and animation that has to take place, voice acting, a lot more there's a lot more specific stuff, right?
Right.
So when you talk about like multiplayer, it's somewhat easier to reuse assets and reuse code for that and everything.
You
So
only need a couple voice lines.
so in creating a multi, and you don't even need voice lines necessarily.
well, we're good at making random noises, so
That's
that's not going to be an issue for us.
So
Hard to
you
argue with
know,
that there.
I don't think that they're really, from a technical standpoint, any more or
Yeah.
less simplistic, or even from a gameplay standpoint. There's just less specific content
Yeah.
in this game versus
I
what
guess
would be
that's
in the
kind.
Gather.
I guess that's kind of what I meant. Like a lot of the systems are kind of similar. I mean, like obviously your weapon system is a lot more advanced than mine would be, for example, right? Because I don't have to worry about, kind of have to worry about
Velocity.
fire.
Well, the
rate,
weapon
but-
system in this is going to be pretty advanced because we're gonna have like archery and magic and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just lit.
I mean, we have all the stuff to do it.
we're
Like,
recreating
that's
the
thing.
battle royale genre. It's different.
Yeah.
Still a battle royale.
I
but
would
it's
say
different.
that this is a good. I think where we're going is a good twist on the battle
Yeah.
royale
Yeah.
genre. I don't think that we're gonna see 100 players. I don't think that.
No.
I think that's too many for what
Yeah,
the gameplay
certainly.
is. I think 20 to 25
If
is
that.
more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere between like 16 to 24
Because
players, I would say.
Did you ever play like Minecraft, like
That's-
the
yes.
Hunger Games in Minecraft?
Yeah, so basically what will happen is you drop into the middle and weapons will spawn throughout, weapons and equipment will spawn throughout the map,
Right.
but the best stuff will be directly in the center where everyone spawns at.
The
So
cornucopia.
you make the decision of whether you go to the center and try and get the best equipment, or you run away and survive longer and try to get the other stuff. But some things that we talked about introducing in this game are like an adrenaline based ability system where the more people you kill and the more combat you engage in, you are able to use higher abilities
Like higher tier
and
stuff.
Oh, so
basically things that
That's what you
will
were texting
give
me
you
about
an
yesterday.
advantage in a fight. So if somebody runs and hides until they're the last person left, and then someone finds them who's just been slaughtering through everyone the whole game, the person who's been slaughtering through everyone the whole game should win that fight 9 out of 10 times.
So it's like, is that gonna like affect your magic? So like, you have 6 tiers of magic, and
I would
every
say
time
that it
you
would
kill
affect
somebody.
anything.
Okay.
Um,
Like damage and everything too. So you have like this tier leveling system
So-
when you go up.
So how I envision it is there's abilities, right? So you have your basic attacks, right, that you can do with whatever you're using, whether it be melee, ranged, magic, whatever. And then as you have more adrenaline, you can use bigger abilities. So let's say you have a magic spell, right? You have like a fireball spell or something, right? And as you gain more adrenaline, you know, let's say it's a percentage scale. This is all very fluid right now,
Right,
probably
right.
going to change. But let's say it's a percentage scale, and you have 50% adrenaline. You might get like a fire, you know,
Beam.
bigger range thing or something. And when you have like 100%, you get like this fire hurricane that just destroys
Or
everything
just like a
around
Moira
you, you know?
beam of
Something
fire.
you know, similar to that. So
Yeah.
but you only gain that through, and I wouldn't even say that you necessarily have to get a kill to get it. You just, the more damage you do, the more adrenaline you get. So it encourages people to engage in combat rather than just go hide.
Yep.
I think that's interesting because that would force people to
Yeah.
because
Because I don't think that we're gonna go with like a zone like battle royales do, right? Where we want to, I think, force people together by just making them want to do that, not because a zone is forcing.
well, how do you
them
fix
together.
it if somebody is just hiding in the outskirts still? Like if it's a one-on-one
Random events.
situation. So okay,
Random
so
Environmental
is-
events.
I don't know if you know if you guys have read the Hunger Games books or watched the movies.
Yeah.
But in the second book, I think when they go back, they have like the clock. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The entire map is the clock, and
Yeah.
each chunk has a different random event to push them back to the center.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a very effective way beyond, you know, obviously forcing people to like fight each other. So
Yeah.
so you're saying that. I like where this is going because you're saying that 9 times out of 10, if it's a one-on-one, someone was hiding, the other person was fighting, the person that was fighting
Yes.
is almost certainly going to win.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, what's
like
going
that.
on?
That
dude?
that's the intention, and hopefully we'll get to that. there's a lot of ideas floating around for this. None of it's like fully set in stone. So hopefully, we can explore a lot of different options and
I think
find out what we want to do with it.
I think my main vision for it, though, to kind of wrap that up, is it is extremely combat focused.
Right.
If you do not kill things, you will not win. Like Darren said, 9 times out of 10.
Because I mean, it's pretty easy in traditional battle royale games like PUBG and Fortnite to, play the edge of the zone and just basically hide until it's you and one other person.
Yep.
And we want that to not be the case with this.
No.
I like how it's melee too, so it literally just forces you to get in these mass combat situations.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle, like. So the culling is a good example of this. So like it's all melee and you get a bow and a gun maybe out of a crate. But melee fighting system, is it gonna be first person?
Third.
Oh, that's interesting. So you get in these situations in the culling where there's like 4 people in the same area, all fighting with melee weapons, and it's much more skill based than it would be with guns because it forces you to be in the middle of it to actually do anything.
Yeah. I don't think it'd really be that hard to set up a system that just like random events and like
and
random
what I envision that we would do to handle that, say you're a player that has gone to the outskirts of the map and is just hiding. The game's gonna know where
location.
Every person is
yes,
at.
That's
right?
exactly what I was just thinking.
And what we can do is we can basically say, we can use a similar technique to creating a zone like the battle royales do. How some of them kind of create the zone around where the highest concentration of players is. We can kind of find that highest concentration of players, and we can say we can find the outliers, and we can create events in those areas to either kill them or make them leave that area.
It will be a very hard game.
Yes.
Right? Like
Pulling from other games, so like I don't know if you guys played the Darwin Project at all, but the Darwin Project has each tile. Like I want to get away from tiles because whatever, but they have a whole map and they're all specific tiles, and the person that's controlling the game, so every game has a director that controls whatever, can set off nukes in certain areas that happen. So like you have a minute to get out of this tile, and then that forces them to, it starts to cordon off sections of the map, but it's not like a map that's just constantly closing. It's like very much to the discretion of the director. But that's we can create,
honestly not a bad idea.
We can create like something like what Cody was saying, that, or you were saying, that it, there's 5 people in this one tile and there's 5 people in the next tile in the middle. Why not force those 5 players to run into the other 5 players? Just by forcing them, or they're going to die,
I think this will be a very hard game, and the best way to, I would say the easiest way to play it, for the greatest chance of success, is to just engage in combat.
Yes.
That's the goal. Which is interesting because it's not going to be hard in the fact that, like, man, this game is really difficult mechanically. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be.
To a degree.
It's going to force people to leave their comfort zone to fight instead of, hiding, which is
because that's
the best
how
part.
That's how like all the battle royale modes are like
Fortnite's becoming that too, where they one whatever, towers.
Oh yeah.
One chunk towers that are built, and then
Yeah.
people just sit in them.
Yeah, like that will not be an option. Yeah, no.
I like it.
It is going to be very much.
The reason I'm acting like I'm don't know what they're talking about is because I wasn't here. I wasn't here all weekend, which is why I'm asking all these questions.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's good to have the person ask questions though.
Yeah.
Because then you don't just feel like you're sitting here gloating about something you did.
Well, you should. It's really impressive that, like, you are doing it though.
Yeah.
Like, coming from it's, you've only been working on this for like 3 weeks, and every day it's like, dude, Ian, I have a weapon system now. And I'm like, God, dude.
It's rolling. Pretty lit. Darren lately has just been like, I'll ask him a question, he'll come over and just be like this works, but it could work a lot better. Yeah. And then he'll just fix this.
It's nice to have Darren in the same room when you're doing something.
Yeah, very true.
I redid the combo system last night.
Yeah. Which was good. It works better now, for sure.
How close were you to getting it the way that he had it?
like it worked.
Is it just like
fine,
too much code that he can simplify it? Is that what you've been seeing, or is it like
there is some of that? But most of what I do, like when I come over, like when Cody makes a system or something, let's say the combo system, most of what I end up doing is refactoring it. Now, I don't necessarily change the core way it works. I have to refactor it to work with multiplayer and things of that nature because a lot of the ways that you would handle stuff in single player isn't going to work in multiplayer.
Right. Yeah. Well, and a lot of the times I do stuff too, it's just kind of more like logic based at this point. Like I've kind of like I'll go into tutorials like if something isn't working, but the problem with me not being like having a coding background is like I can logically think through it, right? But I don't necessarily know like all of the nodes and stuff like that. So there could be like one node that does a thing that I'm doing with 10 just by like
the hardest thing
AKA
for me,
the animation arrays last night.
Yeah.
The issue for me too is like when I'm using Blueprint, it's like I know what each individual thing, so like I know what a boolean does and I know what an integer does and stuff. But getting them to flow together and how they interact with each other is what stops me from knowing. You know, for now, I guess it's just learning. But
it's definitely like the hardest part is just like getting the basis. I feel like
I really like how Blueprint makes it way easier, though.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What do you think, Darren? Do you think Blueprint's easier because you can see it, or do you think it would just be better for us to just read off of something?
I think that I don't necessarily think the Blueprint is easier to learn than Python or JavaScript or something.
Here's the thing, though. How long would it take me to be at the point I am right now if I started learning C++ when I started learning Blueprint?
I don't think you should start learning C++.
I'm saying, like, if I was like, I'm going to make a game, let's do it in C++, where would I be in the time I've spent? Probably nowhere.
Probably trying to get Visual Studio to open.
Yeah. I think that's kind of my point, like, why.
And for me,
it's easier.
Maybe. The way my brain works is much more, if I see it, I know it's happening. And when I'm looking at your code, I wouldn't even know, like, what to look at. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, at least I can read and see how things interact with each other instead of lines of code that interact with each other.
That's fair. Yeah, that's very fair. So, anyway, it's going to be fun. There's no date yet because every single day it seems like we're adding another week of me trying to learn something.
Yeah.
So, but it's getting good. I mean, we have, like, the basis of a game. Like, as soon as I get what you did yesterday into my project, we could do combat. I think like multiplayer combat.
Yeah.
Really? Like, we might be able to do that like tonight, maybe.
No, because I had to go to work.
Oh, GG. But anyway, like we have the basis there, and I have to set like damage inputs or values and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be rough. And I actually have to retarget the weapon meshes to the character because that's not done yet either, but we have a list of weapons and stuff now too. Anyway, it's getting good. We don't have a date. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. It's looking good so far for sure. And let's clarify before anyone gets angry, this is completely using assets that are used on the Unreal Marketplace.
Yeah, we're not
exclusively.
I wouldn't say exclusively. I mean, we might end up with some other stuff from outside of there, stuff we make ourselves.
We'll probably make
a large portion of our assets are going to be like the Paragon assets, the Infinity Blade assets.
That is literally all I have used so far.
Other things that we've bought on the marketplace.
I didn't even think about the Infinity Blade assets for a melee game because there's a ton of weapons in that.
Yeah,
there's I think probably 70 something. Yeah, maybe more.
So we'll be using a lot of those.
Yes. So just wanted to clarify that because
PUBG.
Yeah. Because
like
it's important.
We were talking about this last night using the Unreal Engine Marketplace assets and things like that in a game, and I was like, it's not generally frowned upon to use them. It's frowned upon to use them and then deny the fact that you use them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
AKA PUBG.
PUBG. Omega Wall. PUBG.
What's PUBG?
Well, we're gonna talk about it later.
Wow.
So, it's gonna be a little time.
Dude, the hunt's about to kill it again.
Dude,
Part
I
3.
will say though, the system that I use to make my map, I don't know if PUBG uses it. They might. Realm Royale uses the same tools to make their map that I used last night for ours.
So what is the tool then? Is it just
there's
randomly generated
There's
something?
a couple things in a pipeline together.
Interesting.
It's a little in depth.
It's pretty cool. I saw it.
I gave Cody a little overview of it, but there's a lot.
There's
That's
a
pretty
lot.
sweet, dude.
It
I didn't even know
seems
that
like
was
very-
I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do.
Well,
Seems very
I
powerful.
didn't either till last night. So
Yeah.
It seems what?
Seems like a very powerful tool.
Well, yeah.
Very.
I mean,
much so.
that like
there's a couple tools working.
it would
together in the
allow us
pipeline.
to randomly generate a map and say, man, I really like this, but this needs to change, and then we go in and change it. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
The only problem is currently the map runs at 25 frames per second.
Dude,
I went real hard on the vegetation,
Yeah.
and there are lots and lots and lots and lots,
So can you
lots of
change-
flowers and tall grass.
Can you
and
change
stuff.
like
Yeah.
so you can change variables of what kind of stuff you want in it?
Somewhat. It's
Does
a little
it-
more in depth than that, but
Does it like change like so you can? It just sculpts landscapes. I'm assuming.
well, okay. So there's a few things that happen.
So, are we getting into this?
Well, it's gonna be a quick overview.
All right,
but,
give me a quick. All right.
So there's a tool that we use to generate the landscape, right? You know how you sculpt landscapes in Unreal Engine?
yeah.
Okay, well you can import what's called a height map, which is basically a grayscaled image that
Dude,
the
I'm gonna
darker the
interrupt you
color.
really quick.
Wow.
Thanks for the follow. Red. I don't. Nasser. Something like
Thanks
that.
for the
Nice,
follow.
dude. Thanks,
Thanks
dude.
for the follow, dude. 4 away.
But anyways, a height map is basically like a grayscaled
150.
image that
pretty low.
the darker the color, the lower. I don't know which way it is. The darker the color, the lower the point is on the landscape, and the lighter the color, the
It's
higher
like
it is.
a topographical map.
Yeah.
Topographical,
So
whatever it's
I
called.
have a tool now that it's called World Machine. Basically has a lot of stuff in it using like Perlin noise and other algorithms that if you know computer science at all, you've heard of them. But
So is this like
to
an Unreal
generate
Marketplace
landscapes.
software?
No,
or
that is a tool that can be used with really any engine or game or anything.
it's just a third party thing.
Yeah, it literally exports PNG images of the height maps.
Wow, that is.
I mean,
cool.
there's other stuff that it does, but that is what I'm using.
That's really cool.
So that makes the landscape, right? So that's like the equivalent, and then you can import that height map into Unreal Engine, and it'd be like if you had sculpted it using the sculpting tools in Unreal. And then you can manually sculpt it past that if you want to adjust something. And then there's using Unreal Engine's foliage spawning system, which is somewhat new in it. We spawn
Yeah, I
trees,
experimented with
and
that a little bit.
well, there's a lot that goes on with that. I'm not going to go too in depth with it, but that's how we spawn trees, rocks,
I
limbs on the ground,
experimented a little bit with that when I was
flowers,
doing
grass,
maps.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that I don't know if it's how I'm doing it or what, that it performs really bad, but we're gonna work on that.
We're gonna buff it out, dude. Everything finds a way to buff.
So,
out, dude.
so you're saying that you've found another thing that PUBG's lying about, and that they were like, "Oh, we created this."
I don't
map.
know if PUBG uses these tools. They might.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Look, it's Miramar. Look at this new desert.
No, the
map
other
we
game
made.
I was thinking of. What's the one you've been playing? Islands of
Islands of Nine.
Yeah, it uses that as,
Yeah,
at least as well.
I could tell.
That makes sense. Yeah, actually, that makes a lot.
I
of
really
sense.
like their map right now. So
Looks good, for sure.
Yeah.
it's you. Did you say that Realm Royale does it too? You said Realm Royale uses something like it.
I think it. So there's two tools. There's World Machine, which is what I'm using, and there's World Creator, and they're pretty similar things.
Yeah.
It uses one of those two. I don't know, to make the landscape.
So it just makes the landscape, and then you'd have to go in and add.
Yeah. So
Buildings
those
and cities.
tools just make the like landscape terrain, right? And then you use other things to do the buildings and like trees and things like that.
Yeah. Dude, that's sweet. I'm happy that's a thing.
So
'Cause it
I'm
was gonna
working
be a
on the
pain.
pipeline for that.
It was going to be a pain to go in and manually sculpt a landscape and have it look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially on this size.
Yeah.
It'd take you forever.
I don't.
So,
Yeah, it would be bad for us to do that.
yeah, most definitely.
Even with all three of us doing it, I think it'd be
Yeah,
bad.
that's very, very true. So yeah, I think that probably wraps that up.
We're rolling, dude.
It's gonna be fun.
We're rolling.
Do you want to put a date? Like, when do you think we will have a playable version?
A playable version we release?
Well, not like an official.
A playable
release, but
version that
maybe
us three could play.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm excited.
A month.
Expect content. Maybe not a file to play the game, but expect maybe videos or something this time next month.
I'm excited. I'm like as excited as for this as I am for the Gather.
Yeah,
I got that feeling. I got that feeling in my tummy, bro.
this is a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it works when you're not making
Speaking
a
of the
campaign.
Gather, I wrote like another 3 pages of campaign when I was bored yesterday.
Well, that's another $300,000 we don't have.
So
Nice.
it's just mostly just the script though.
Yeah.
Just writing the dialogue.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But your game's gonna
Just
take
write a
off, dude.
book. That's free.
I hope.
Well,
I mean, I don't care.
It's pretty much becoming a book, like actually.
Yeah.
I might release a book of lore for the Gather.
That's not a bad idea.
You see if a movie
honestly.
studio wants to pick it up and make a movie with it, dude.
I'd be down for that. Good way to kickstart the.
Hey,
the
Tarantino, I hear you're making one last movie. Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
Get in that science fiction, dog. I want some crash zooms on my boy Victor.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun. Like I said, expect content next month. We're probably gonna be using a combination of platforms like Itch and Steam, most likely. So yeah, you can catch it there.
I'm gonna guess that we will also release it on our own website.
Okay.
In addition to those, just
Right. Sounds good. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have any integration with the Patreon because, like I said, I want it to be completely free. There might be like wherever it's actually like hosted, whether that like for example Itch, there might be a link to the Patreon or something like that. But
the only plans we have for monetization with this game is if
Itch.
people like it and want to
Yeah.
give us money for it.
Donations, basically.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Tips.
So
It's
will be-
similar to if you bought music on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
That does that, where it's free, but you
Mm-hmm.
can pay for it.
yeah, that's a very common thing on Itch is that people
Something
just
else
do.
does that. Does Unreal Engine Marketplace do that too?
Unreal Engine Marketplace doesn't have games.
No, not games, but assets. You can like some of these are free, but you
I
can
mean, you
tip.
can no.
No, I wonder where I
it's
saw
either
that.
free
Then
or it's
I
fine.
did something the other day with them.
I mean, there are free assets in there.
I think
but
Humble Bundle does something like that sometimes. Maybe.
I don't know if they have a free thing. I mean, Humble Bundles name your price, but
Yeah, that's what I mean though.
I
that
don't think
system.
I don't think it can be zero.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know how Itch works either. I guess I don't know if that's free. Name your price.
If it's not free, it'll
I
be
assume-
1 cent.
Yeah, I assume it. They
Give
would
us a
put that
penny.
in there.
Yeah.
'Cause if not, that's silly.
Yeah.
If you can't set your own values and set it from 0 to unlimited.
I would assume that you can.
So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about this because you're probably super bored right now. Chad, what's going
Hey,
on, dude?
Chad.
Chad, do you see we're 4 followers away from you being able to donate bits?
To all your friends.
Go donate like 1,000 bits to all those other girls you watch and tell them to follow us. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. So I guess this is an official announcement of the hunt.
Yeah.
Catch it next month. Probably.
Content next one.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well,
exciting.
so-
I'm excited.
I have a question. I go back to school in
I was
14
gonna
days.
say, when do you? It's August already.
14 days, dude.
Shiitake
Earlier than
mushroom.
that. 12 than that. 12 days. Right?
Wow.
So.
Oh, hello.
Marissa's back. Look at
Welcome
that.
back. Dude.
Am
What's
I,
going
am
on?
I, am I making the drive from Mount Vernon to the Ville every Sunday? Or am I discording in? That's my
I don't
question.
know.
right
That's
now.
up to you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it'll be how I'm feeling, you know. But you'd have to tweak integrate something in. Just put a little box like where I would be sitting, and then we'll just have my face there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that electronically. We're gonna print out a picture of your face. we're gonna get a big stick and we're gonna tape a picture of your face to it and put it in the chair.
And then you'll just have my voice instead.
Yeah.
Just get a cardboard cutout of my torso and put it in the chair.
That'd be lit, dude.
That'd be funny. Or we can get one of those.
We're gonna get one of those like Arnold Schwarzenegger cutouts where he's like flexing and then
put my face on
your
it.
face on it and put it in the chair.
Yeah, I'm down,
That's
dude.
awesome. That is awesome. Okay.
Where we going? Where we going?
Do we have anything else? With that? No. Movie of the week, dude. We need.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I think I'm gonna take some time off from the game this week, maybe like an hour, and make like little intros for our weekly things.
I like how you say time off from the game. An hour in a week.
An hour.
As if you work on the game 24 hours a day.
I pretty much do. I pretty much have.
He literally comes home.
Well,
I plays a game or two of Overwatch, and then I turn around and he's working on the game the rest of the night.
Yeah,
he's addicted to game development.
There you go.
It's true. I was telling Darren yesterday. I know we're getting back on this, and I said I'd stop, but I was telling Darren yesterday. I was like, I literally said I have never created anything in my entire life.
It feels good.
Like legitimately, I just haven't. And like, there's nothing better than you are just sitting there for an hour. I will say, quick side note, it is very upsetting when I'm sitting there for like 2 hours and I'm just like, I've had enough, and then Darren just comes over and then it's fixed. I'm just like the most he says is your mouse DPI is too low, and then he.
It's funny. I'll come over.
It's too low.
It's funny. I'll come over and he'll be working on something, right? And you know he's fighting with it, can't get to work, whatever it might be. And I look over for I don't even know 3 seconds, and I'm like, let me know when you want a hint.
Well, and it's funny because it's been the same problem. Like the last 4 problems I've had have just been me not going like exec to exec. Like,
it's funny because you were before you decided to do this game, you were working on the like cutscenes or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and you were watching the same tutorial in the same spot. Like 3 days straight, I'd look back and you're at the same spot, and you're like, why won't this work? Why? And then Darren came over, and he's like, I don't know, man, I don't know anything about this, and then you just quit.
Yeah. Well, we got it to work. Well, by getting it to work, I restarted the project and just redid the entire tutorial up until that point.
Yeah. Dude, shout out to Virtus Tutorials.
Yeah, Virtus
Learning Hub is solid.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Not an ad, dude. We just love Virtus.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say that. He does a lot of casting. Casting is evil.
He does.
Well,
he does.
Yeah.
Casting is evil.
All right. Movie of the week, boys.
Movie of the week.
We're going to it. We're finally out. Dude, 45 minutes later, we're out of here.
We're
out it, dude. We made it out.
I mean, sometimes that's just how she goes when you have a big week. You know, we are in the office.
We're really, really bad at staying on topic.
Hey,
we stayed on topic.
That's how it goes.
Honestly.
Yeah, that was
on topic.
That was the topic.
We bounced in and out of topic like 3 times. Came back to it, but it's fine.
Movie of the week: Baywatch.
Dude, it's actually funny.
Yeah, dude.
Like it's really funny.
We hit 13 viewers last week.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We had some trolls pop in.
I want
to. We had an
hammer
abnormal amount of trolls.
I want to add on to movie of the week real quick. It's not about Baywatch.
Oh,
so
here we go.
It's not really even about how good a movie is or anything. So we went to see Slender Man.
No, you didn't.
The other night.
Yeah.
But Slender Man was like sold out or whatever. Who wants to see Slender Man? There were a couple seats, but there were only single seats. Other than the front row, and I'm not sitting front row for a movie that's a 17%.
When Ben told me that you guys went to see Slender Man and it was sold out,
yeah,
like I laughed loudly.
And it was 10:45 too. Yeah. It was a late show.
I laughed loudly in Mrs. J's and everyone looked at me.
So we ended up seeing the Meg 3D. Right?
Oh, you saw it in 3D?
Well, it was only 3D. That was the only showing they had.
Nice.
Now, it's an interesting side note. That is the first 3D movie I've seen since Spy Kids 3 when it was still the red and blue glasses.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Are they not red and blue glasses anymore?
No, dude. They're like sunglasses, basically.
Yeah, they feel like actually like
Yeah,
That's pretty lit. I don't know if I've ever seen a 3D movie.
I think.
I mean, it's kind of like whatever. I don't really.
I saw
3D
the
that
last
much,
3D
but-
movie I saw was Avatar in IMAX 3D, like in the IMAX theater.
Oh, dude, I did
That'd
see
be
a
pretty
dinosaur like movie at the where do they have that? The Lake Erie Science Center.
Yeah,
They have
that's-
an IMAX thing, and I was like, it was on our school field trip or something.
Yeah.
We saw this dinosaur movie in IMAX, and I was like,
Dude, it's lit.
I was
though.
like, I don't even know. We
IMAX
were like
theaters are
between
sweet,
8
dude.
and 10 or something,
Oh, yeah.
and I thought I was gonna die. This dinosaur's just running at
He was
me.
cooking up, dude. He was coming for you, man. Yeah, IMAX theaters are lit. Though.
So hold on, was the Meg good? Yes or no? Ben told me some stuff. I'm interested in your opinion. I'll tell what Ben said.
It was so like it wasn't great. I wouldn't say go pay to see this movie once it comes out. Like if you're looking for a movie to watch, like
That's
you know,
weird. That's exactly what
it's
Ben said.
okay. Yeah.
Ben said it's worth the watch.
it's
Don't
worth
pay
the
for
watch. It's not worth a trip to the theaters.
It. Yeah, but
And
that
then
Jason
inevitable-
Statham though.
I mean, it's it's trying to be Jaws, but it's not. The movie had. I don't think that this counts as a spoiler, but maybe it does. It had a lot of problems.
Spoiler.
It had a lot of problems with scale. You know, it's the megalodon, right? It's supposed to be massive. So when I think of megalodon, I'm thinking of like a you know,
yeah,
it's the size of a train or a giant building or something, right? And the movie kind of makes it out to be
Jaws.
a big shark, more or less. It's not this like just
Yeah.
I mean, it is massive. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it seems the movie just has a lot of problems with the scale of the megalodon,
Like, does
I
it
think.
change the scale? Like, it makes you feel like
feels
it changed?
like it does. Yeah.
I know in the trailer, there's the scene where it bites the glass in front of the girl, and you're like, that thing's massive. And then there's another one where it's like swimming over some people in the rafts, and it doesn't look like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I don't know that the scale actually changes, but it gives
They
you
did
the
a-
feeling that
they did a
it's
poor
not as
job.
big as what it should be.
They did a poor job of making the viewer feel like it was actually as big as it should have been. Ben said that instead of using suspenseful menacing like Jaws does, that's why Jaws is so scary.
It was more jump scares.
Yeah,
and
he said it
stuff.
was jump scares.
There really wasn't any like, you know, looming, menacing fear or anything like that.
And he said that the kills weren't very satisfying because they were just gone because he's so big.
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. Baywatch was good.
Yeah. We're flipping back. But hey, this is
Another ocean.
This is a movie of the week, Ocean Edition.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of water segments in our weekly segments.
That's true.
Shout out to water, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I
Keep
think
us alive.
I'm gonna have to start bringing up two water bottles.
Dude,
like,
I bring a whole thing for you, and I'll fill it up again.
well,
You know,
one of these
just
times
ask,
it's gonna
just
go
ask
bad.
your dad to fill up your water bottle. I'm down.
Baywatch. All I have to say is I think Zac Efron's actually funny.
Hot take.
I don't know.
He is funny. He is funny.
Like after I watched The Neighbors, I was like, "This is a good movie," but I don't know if Zac Efron's actually funny. I just think it's
Here's the thing
a
about
funny movie because
So I watched
script.
Baywatch in theaters. Don't know why. I don't know how I didn't with
Okay.
you guys. But and I was expecting like this is like a cheesy like comedy movie.
Yeah.
But it was actually like more adult ish humor.
yeah,
And like really the Rock is just good. Like you know. He's just
The Rock
funny.
for President 2020.
that's right.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
that's right.
he's just hilarious in general. So
Oh, yeah.
the opening scene of the movie, I think, is like really funny when he's jogging and interacting with all the people on the beach. That part's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it was funny. It was worth the watch, most definitely.
It's enjoyable to
I
watch.
enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good.
It's not like, man, the story's great. It's more like
Yeah.
I'm entertained.
That's
So,
okay though.
Yeah, that's funny.
Nothing wrong with that. Game of the week. This is a game that I just played. I didn't think that we had anything else to put. I bought this game because it was on sale. It was like $5. Originally, it was like $30. So I said, I'm looking for a new game. Might as well give it a try.
I do have a game.
What?
I do have a game I started
Oh, you
playing.
do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I
Okay.
didn't think about it till now.
I'll definitely have a new one next week, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
The Hunt?
Pog. But anyway, the game of the week for this week, I don't know if it's still on sale. I'll check really quick while I'm talking. It's called Lords of the Fallen. It's on Steam. I don't know if it's on anything else. I'm not too sure. It is still on sale.
Peggy 16.
It is $4.79 right now. I don't.
That's cheap, dude.
So it ends August 17th. So you have like 5 days until that promotion ends. It's very good. It is definitely one of those, we'll call it Dark Souls games where, you know, some people say that it's hard for the sake of being hard.
Worth.
I think this game, I've only played maybe an hour and a half. I think so far this game is harder than Dark Souls. I think
is a hot take.
I think Dark Souls difficulty is overrated. I just think people don't put enough time into it.
That's probably true.
To really get people are just like, I hate this combat system and how am I supposed to win this? This game is hard in the sense it's very similar, right? Like it's almost a direct rip of Dark Souls. The combat system is very similar, and you know, heavy armor slows you down, you roll slower, and whatever. This game has a sense of unpredictability, and maybe it's just because I don't know the characters and their swinging animations and stuff like I did with like Dark Souls 3. But there, to me, after I fought the first boss, Darren was sitting here. You might have been too.
Yeah.
It was like when the first time I played Dark Souls 3, I beat the first boss the first fight. And a lot of people were like, this game is too hard, whatever. Right? It seemed, are you okay?
What is wrong?
What is wrong with you?
What just happened?
He's broken.
Did you just
Darren's gone. Everyone say bye to Darren.
Darren just starts grabbing his neck out of nowhere for no reason.
Are you alright, my dude?
Can you talk?
Yeah.
Alright,
dude.
he's back.
We're good.
It's very hard. There is like a sense of like unpredictability that I'm just, what is happening?
Just imagining Darren doing what he was doing a second ago. Okay, unpredictability, yeah. Okay.
So it's rough. It's very rough.
Like unpredictability, like the boss changes
like
his fighting style randomly.
Like I think I anticipate an attack, and then I roll accordingly, and I should dodge it, but I don't. And that is not a thing that ever happened in Dark Souls. If I rolled properly, I missed. You know, I wasn't hit every time.
Right.
And it doesn't feel that way with this game, but it'll be fun. I'm interested to see how hard it's going to be. But we'll see. So anyway, you can go ahead and talk about your game.
I was heavily lacking in the story-based single player game category recently. I'm getting sick of battle royales, you know. I need a hiatus from that a little bit. And I'm just the best at Overwatch, so it gets boring sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
and down here in Platt, you know what I'm saying? And so I played it in beta. It's called We Happy Few. Played it in beta back in 2016.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
And it just came out on the 10th. So, you know, seeing what's new with it and stuff. It's good. Like, it's an open world game, which I forgot about. But basically, it's England post World War II, and the Nazis won. And they like instilled.
Sorry, did you say Wolfenstein?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wolfenstein clone. They like the English government. I guess I'm not that far into it yet, so I don't really know what's happening. But they started passing out these joy pills, and basically they make you happy because you don't remember anything about the past, like at all. So like basically it just causes short-term memory loss permanently when you're taking these pills, but once you're off the pills you remember everything that happened. So basically they call you downers if you don't take it, and then they excommunicate you from
church.
they excommunicate you
Nice.
from the civilized areas, and then you're shunned and you get beat with sticks by the police.
That's
if you don't.
pretty.
And they were these really creepy masks. Look it up right now. It's horrifying.
Oh no.
Just look at We Happy Few, and then they got some. Yeah. Look at these. They're masked.
That is messed up.
Yeah,
dude.
it's like menacing.
Yeah. Wow.
But it's pretty good so far. I'm enjoying it.
How much is that?
It's $50. It's $50 to buy now. I already had it bought because of the beta, but I think I bought it for $20, but that was 2 years ago. So
yeah,
it's $50 right now on sale. I think it's $60. It's a full price game. It's a console game, so
yeah,
feels bad.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure you'll get it on some kind of sale for $10 in a year
at some point.
Yeah, one of those games.
Speaking of sales, what was this website, dude, that I found?
The one you sent me?
Yeah, what is it called?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fanatical, dude. I found this today. You should definitely check this out.
Sounds sketchy.
I bought this. It's not.
I know it's not, but it's like one of those, what was that game? What was that website called? It was just like this. It's like a 3-letter, I'll find it.
GOG.
Yeah, GOG. Or G2G.
Oh.
GOG.
No, it's G2G, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I think you're wrong.
G2G,
Yeah,
Games
dude.
Marketplace.
Yeah, fall off a staircase, Darren.
GOG is a thing. What is that?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. GOG?
I
Well,
accidentally searched
they're both
OG.
They're both things.
Mine's better
Apparently.
though. But G2G is like,
Look,
you buy games for
We
cheap.
Happy Few is on GOG right now.
How
right
much?
there.
How much?
$50.
Oh, well.
Trash.
Yeah, that's garbage. You'd see if We Happy Few's in this, dude. I doubt it.
Almost certain.
But we'll see what happens.
GOG, now that I'm remembering it, has a lot of classic games, like older games.
Right.
And their PC ports and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. They got Pokemon?
I don't know.
So this website apparently is very reliable from the research I've done, and I bought one of these packs and have all the games currently on Steam.
Which one did you buy?
I bought the fantasy bundle.
Oh, that's cool.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, how old are you?
70.
1959.
70.
I should mention that GOG as well is all DRM free games.
Look at this. This is what makes it good.
What?
Yes, correct. For those that don't know what I'm looking at, I paid $3 for I think 16 games, which were $150, or excuse me, $187.
This is GOG, so you can like select the era. It has
It's pretty lit. I saved $184.86
a lot of
on
games
a
like that. You can't really buy
$187
anymore.
pack. So it's pretty lit. I would recommend checking it out. It works for me pretty well. Is the camera on me?
Yeah. Yes.
Why?
Because you're talking to people.
So it's pretty lit. I would recommend checking it out. From everything I've seen, it's very reliable. You basically buy the pack. Hello, darkness, my old friend. And then you just get Steam codes for the game.
Oh, God,
all of
so
mine
hot.
worked. So, are you dying? Are you okay?
You guys have issues.
Don't make fun of me, Darren.
Burp. We're falling apart over here. Okay. Is that it for games?
Yeah.
Tech of the week, dude. I'm excited
This
for
is a good
this
one. I like this one.
I'm
I read
very
through like their entire Kickstarter page.
I'm very
Ian, you're
excited
gonna
for
really
this
like
one.
this one.
I would.
Sit down first.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm falling apart.
You want me to talk about this one a little bit?
Yeah,
I
go
read
for
through
it.
their
You
like,
read
entire
through it more
their
than
entire
I did.
Kickstarter.
Oh, it's that
page.
good, dude?
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to pull this up so Ian can see it.
Yep.
So it's on Kickstarter right now.
No
I'm gonna post their link in chat.
Yes.
So people can take a look at it if you're interested.
Water guns, dude.
Dude,
All right,
it's
so
pretty
this
lit.
is a next generation water gun, right? It's called the Spyro 1. Basically, it's just a really cool water gun.
Yeah. That's it.
It has like a digital, so it has like an automatic reload thing where you put it in the water and it reloads and it shoots like water bullets.
Yeah, I saw
Right.
that.
So it has like 25 bullets per fill, and it has like a digital display on it that shows you how many shots you have left. And so like you charge it with USB-C, and it's pretty crazy, right?
Oh, she's upset.
There's no pumping or anything. It's all
Yeah.
it's
Dude.
all
the
Automated.
velocity
or
of it
whatever.
is like actually like crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, constant.
It shoots like 12 meters before it starts to spray.
Dissolve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm about to buy this for school, and just randomly
their
attack
technology behind that it's patent pending
like
right now.
$180.
They're like 100. They retail for 150 right now.
Okay.
I don't know how much you can get them for on Kickstarter. 115 euros. I don't know how many dollars that is.
120, 130.
So that's what you can get one for on Kickstarter right now. The interesting thing about their Kickstarter project, they hit their goal in 25 minutes.
And their goal was like $50,000, wasn't it?
Almost 60.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
the one thing that I am taking a lot from this is their marketing is pristine.
yeah.
If you click on that Kickstarter link, you'll see their video is phenomenal. Their page is phenomenal.
They still have 22 days to go, and they have 365,000 out of like 6,000 was their goal.
Yeah.
60,000 was their goal.
Well, they hit their goal in 25 minutes.
I know. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's very good, though. It is very good.
I love Kickstarter because even when people see that, oh, they've met their goal, they still give money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, is it all electronic? Or how does the pressure come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
I don't know. I don't know.
hydraulic?
No, I don't know exactly how it works, but
Let's see.
it works.
It hits with some power, though, let me tell you.
Hey, I just noticed I was looking at that Fanatical site, Cody. They got a Fear bundle right now for $5.
Yes,
if you haven't played Fear, very good games.
Darren, I've never played
You should buy this thing.
That website also has like an extension or something like that. So if you're buying games online, it's like one of those. Well, we might have it on our website for a better price, and if they do, they'll tell you. It's pretty legit.
That's nice, dude.
Mm-hmm. So
this is cool. I really do think this is super cool, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't think I can justify spending $130 to prank people at school, though.
So I know you were talking about that fantasy bundle, Cody, on there.
Yeah, I bought it.
They have a couple other bundles right now. This Killer Bundle 11 has not like any crazy games in it, but it's less than $5 and it's got 9 games in it. So.
Yeah, there's a few on there.
Check out that site. It's got some good stuff on it right now.
Yeah, I mean, everything that I've read online, like I know people are pretty hesitant when they are going to sites like that. Everything I've read online said, I trust Steam, Itch, and this. Like, I read that a lot. It worked well for me. I mean, I don't know how it works, but it does. So it might be worth your time if you're just looking for some random games.
That's cool.
I mean, a lot of them are like outdated games or, maybe games that just didn't do so well.
Can't buy them anymore.
Something like that, you know. So it's a cool marketplace. They don't have a whole lot, but when they do, it seems to be pretty solid stuff. Like I said, I got $190 worth of stuff for $3. So deal.
Can't really beat that, honestly.
Yeah. So it's pretty lit. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out.
It's like a video game outlet store.
They got 2 Worlds too in that fantasy bundle. I played the first one. That was pretty good.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never played the second one, but
yeah. Are you buying any of that stuff?
Yeah, he is.
I'm looking around. I might buy.
He's too busy playing
I don't
that other game.
Probably not.
The game we don't speak of is what Darren's playing right now.
I have 300 games in my Steam line, over 300, and I probably haven't even ever installed 200 of them.
I have like 190 right now,
Jesus.
and I'm tired of looking at them. So I made groups. Like I'm tired of looking at the games I don't play anymore.
I have like 30.
Dude, that's a blessing.
And that's after I bought like 16 today.
That's a blessing, dude. Honestly,
I just don't play that much random stuff.
Darren's library is stupid big. So is Grant's.
Well, because I
Grant's
used to
library
buy
is dumb.
every Humble bundle that ever came out.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
anyway,
that's how you build your
Dude,
Steam
we
library.
love
right there.
gaming. Let me tell you, Darren's buying every Humble bundle.
Spyro 1 water gun, very lit. Their marketing is exceptional. I hope ours will be as good.
That's all you, bud.
When that
The
stuff
best,
comes out.
the best. I will note the best bundle I see on this Fanatical site is the Batman Arkham Knight bundle.
Yeah.
It's $14 and it has every Batman game and all of the DLC.
Wait, really?
Or wait, no, it just has Arkham Knight. I thought it was all of them, but it's just Arkham Knight, but it has every DLC.
Arkham
Which
Knight.
there is
Which
a
one is
lot.
that? Is that the newest one?
I think so, which there's a lot of DLC.
I'm about to buy that then. I love this.
It might not be the newest one. It might be the oldest one. I don't remember.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of...
I think it's the oldest.
This is the biggest bundle as far as number of items in it, and it's one
Really?
game, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
It's impressive. Yeah, the site's cool. Definitely give it a look in general. I literally found it today.
Is that an accident?
Well, you know, when I'm looking up topics and stuff like that, there's always places that are advertising their site, and I was like, this looks kind of cool. But actually, the article I found wasn't even an advertised one. They were just like... Because I think this website had Monster Hunter World for like
I think it's
$15
I think it's
the other day. And so one of the websites I was looking at was like, listen, you should do this. You should do this right now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Okay, well, let's jump into the next topic while we're talking about places that host a bunch of games. Discord.
Yeah.
So Discord is responding to Steam's kind of trying to take some of their market share of communication. And they said, well, everyone's kind of angry at Steam right now because literally it is impossible for your game to get noticed.
Yeah.
So they are launched. I think it's launched to select users now in Canada.
It's certain users, yeah.
So right now,
I think it's like 500,000 users right now.
Yeah, and they're all in Canada.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I read.
But out of Discord's like 90-something million users, I think that's not that many.
Right. So effectively, what they're doing is, at the start, they will have 11 games. Let me see if I have this list up somewhere. Includes Dead Cells, Frostpunk, Omen Sight, Into the Breach, Spellforce 3, The Banner Saga 3, Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, Hollow Knight, Moonlighter. This is The Police 2, and Starbound. So those are the games that will be available first. But everyone anticipates that it will grow significantly. That they're more just kind of doing like a soft release with a limited amount of games to test how well they can do it.
Yeah. You got to get the hunt done real quick. Be like the first 50 games.
Well, and
so this is
something else they're doing. They're gonna sell games, how Steam works, but Discord Nitro, they're talking about partnering with games to include with Discord Nitro.
Right.
That you'll get free as part of that subscription.
That's sweet.
So here's a quote from, I don't know, some representative of their company that could be nice for us. The retail store will be a curated selection of titles that will also eventually include first on Discord titles. These are indie games that Discord says it has helped bring to life. They will usually remain on Discord exclusives for the first 90 days and then can be sold anywhere according to the company.
That's cool. I really like that.
Do I anticipate, the hunt being on there? I don't know. Maybe not. Would it be cool? Would I be more than willing and happy to set that up? Yeah. I mean, I like Discord.
I see Chad in chat asking, "What's that Ride in My Poppy Field game you bought?" Little inside joke there. There's a game on Steam called Hatoful Boyfriend. It's a pigeon.
Hold on a second. Can you say the name again slowly?
Hatoful Boyfriend.
Hatoful Boyfriend.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's a pigeon dating simulator. You date pigeons. And me and Chad were sitting there one night looking for a game, and it was like $2 on Steam at the time or something. So I bought it and we played it, and it's like 2 hours long. And there's one of the pigeons at one point says that you're the poppy to his rye field. So now that's me and Chad's inside joke.
I'm so angry. Why?
Why is that a game?
Chad, you're banned. I'm just kidding. But
I had a lovely breakfast with Chad the other day. So did you, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. That was a good time.
Without Darren.
Well,
Darren was probably asleep or something being a bum.
Yes, I was asleep.
Yeah. For like 2 hours at that point. So I was like, oh,
well, that's fair. You should have stayed up, dude.
I wasn't making it, dude.
You were almost there.
You were almost there.
Wasn't going to happen.
I'll tell you what, I was disappointed when I walked in and Darren wasn't there.
How hard is it?
I messaged you and told you I wasn't going to be there before I went to sleep.
I don't think you did.
I did.
Well, I woke up and immediately got ready and went, so I didn't even look at my phone.
The question is, how hard is it going to be to get our game on the Tesla Center console or whatever?
Dude, why is it's not going to be hard whenever Darren is the head developer for Tesla's game studio.
Exactly. Dude.
Come on, Elon.
Come on, Elon.
Tell him what happened to your Twitter, Darren.
Oh, I tweeted at Elon.
He made a Twitter.
I don't use social media at all, and I made a Twitter to tweet at Elon and ask him for a job. And he didn't reply.
Didn't your Twitter get banned or something too?
No, it was just because it was a new account.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Elon, I'm constantly looking out for you. Those people that fake your profile and under your tweets and are always the first reply because they have your name and algorithms suck. Yeah. I always report those accounts, Elon. I'm out here looking out for you now. I'm just asking that you look out for me.
Honestly,
Tesla to the moon.
If I'm Darren,
why pick a name? I like that name. What's up, my dude?
What's up? Honestly,
that's
if I ever met Elon, I'd be so happy.
What's this stream? This is a podcast.
Oh, here we go.
Hello. I'll give you the elevator pitch. Full Send Studios is a small indie developer studio that is comprised of me, my friend Ian, and my other friend over there, Darren.
What's up?
Darren is our project manager. We are currently under development on 2 projects. One kind of on the back burner. Our current project is titled The Hunt. Beyond that, we have a YouTube channel. We do this podcast every Sunday at 6. And you should follow because we're 4 followers away from 50 and it'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That was not bad, dude. That was not bad.
The podcast is usually about our game and then,
random
video game / tech / movie / whatever
Elon
related subjects.
That's very true. So, yeah.
And then we go off on tangents and tell funny stories about Darren
like
falling
when
downstairs
Darren
and all the stuff that we've been through. So,
developer yourself, good,
nice, dude.
Yeah, it might be worth your time to our project manager over there, and I might do some soon. We do some development live streams every now and again. Haven't done any lately, but they might kick back up. I think soon.
Yeah.
Now that we're kind of hitting the stride of this, I think I was thinking actually of kind of. So we had talked about doing like shorter development updates. You know what I mean, on the YouTube channel. I think I might do something like that here in the near future once we have like a playable, in air quotes, version. Just kind of showing everything that's happened and talking about the future of the game. So maybe not indie or game dev, probably software, but it sounds fun. It's very fun. Do you go to school for that or something, or are you just
a Darren?
A Darren, yeah. It's
self-taught.
Best
way to be.
Well,
you're self-taught too, Cody. Don't say well.
That's pretty true. I mean, I'm a self-taught blueprint master.
Darren taught.
Wow. I don't know if I'd say that.
You're self-taught by the self-taught.
Wow.
So what's that make you?
Self-taught.
Self-taught. That's right.
Pogs, dude. Pogs in chat.
Self-taught squared.
So, what was I gonna say?
I don't know. What topic?
So Discord. Discord.
Oh yeah.
It's lit. The Hunt.
I think it's gonna be good to compete with Steam as far as like a games store and library goes, because of the way that Steam is taking the put anything you want on here and we're not going to curate it. And Discord seems to be that it's going to be like a really, you're not just going to put a game on it. They're going to hand select games they want to be on it.
Right. Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I noticed that this Why Pick a Name says that he goes to university, which tells me that he's not from the U.S.
He's not from the U.S.
Yeah.
Why are all of our
it's because
non-friend users?
He's probably laying in bed, and he's just looking at random stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
So
it's kind of
that's probably what happens. No one's gonna be watching Twitch at 6 p.m.
Well,
Twitch is for the night. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard to argue with.
I
I really don't watch a whole lot of Twitch anymore, to be honest.
I watch Tim.
I don't have time. I watch XQC more than I watch Tim, to be honest.
XQC got banned, you know?
Wait, on Twitch?
No, on Overwatch. They 15-day banned his main account for abusive chat. But he's still gonna be in the World Cup though, and so it's fun.
Yeah, like who cares?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
so
Jane
dumb,
was
dude.
like, Jane's the coach of the Canada team.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
He's gonna be a coach on Dallas next year too.
Yeah, but yeah,
I don't game anymore, so Twitch is my thing.
There
I
you
play
go,
some games, but mostly right now we're just kind of working on our projects. So it's pretty much all I do anymore.
you go to work and then come home.
That and dishes and work.
Dishes.
So, pogs. It's a good time. So Discord's lit. If a representative of Discord is watching our stream, which why wouldn't you be? Look at us, we're viral. We would be more than willing to, undergo some negotiations on getting the hunt published on your up and coming game store. There's definitely a lot of mutual benefit to be gained there. Who is that?
Dude, my friend, dude.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Hi, Ian's friend. What's going on?
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, I mean Discord. I'd be willing to listen to your what is it called? Like Unbroken. I don't know
Pitch?
words. Yeah, we can maybe work something out. So just reach out to me. I almost said my email on stream. That's probably a
that
horrible
would've been a
idea.
mistake.
Leaked. Lol.
Dude,
I'll have my people reach out to your people and we'll
Cody,
be in touch.
the suspense is killing me, okay? The Fallout 76 thing.
So we can jump to that.
Because you didn't tell me in the beginning.
Hold on, we're gonna start before we get to that Fallout 76
Whoa,
thing. We're gonna
whoa,
make a little note that there's a big Bethesda sale, right?
Yes, huge. Doom's like $10 or something.
So a bunch of Bethesda sales on bunch of Bethesda games on sale. Go ahead and check that out if you're interested in
Doom
those.
$10, Skyrim $20, Prey $15. It's split.
Wow, that's quick.
Go check it out,
Dude.
I think it ends today,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's today.
so check it out. Fallout 76's interesting approach to dealing with griefers.
Can you define griefers for me?
I'm a fan. Players killing players that don't want to be killed. Imagine
I see what you're saying.
the World of Warcraft South Park episode.
All right.
Something similar to that.
Yeah. It always comes back to South Park. I'm pretty sure we mention a South Park episode every podcast.
Well, there's a South Park episode for every
there
situation.
There is.
so-
That's why it's the best.
Oh, the IRL section is about to be removed. Interesting.
Well, rest in pepperoni.
GG, RIP. Yeah.
Well,
Hopping on that YouTube live train, dude. No, I don't know. It doesn't really matter to
Catch
me.
us on Instagram stories.
Yeah. So what they are doing, Ian, to combat griefing,
Okay.
right? So let's say you can set your character to not fight, right? Like you do not want to be engaged
you just want
in
to
the civil
build
war.
stuff.
You are not looking to fight,
Okay.
right? Anyone can see that you are peaceful, right? That does not stop them from killing you, right? They can still kill you.
Yeah.
That's just how the game works. They are introducing a pretty interesting method, though, to kind of like favor against that. If, for example, you are marked as peaceful or whatever, and I kill you, what happens to me is I get a big red star that shows up where I am on the mini-map, and I get a bounty.
Oh.
All of the players on the map can see where I am, and all of them are removed from the mini-map when I do that. So I cannot see where any of them are, and they can all see where I am. So basically you have a bounty on your head. Now, the best part about it is when someone kills you and they get that bounty, guess where the bounty comes from? Their money.
Yeah, their money.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So
I like that a
it's-
lot. Because
pretty
the
sweet.
first thing I was thinking about whenever they announced this game was like,
Oh, that makes sense.
Omega Lol, I make a hut that took 6 hours and then someone drops a mini nuke on it. Rip.
We see. By the way, we see where your head's at, dude. All about that cosplay. What is that one girl's name?
No, we're not using names. Dude, didn't you learn from PewDiePie, dude? Copyright, you can't say anything about them.
I'm just saying I too love Jessica Negri. She's my favorite. Cosplay for life. All I'm saying is she's a great cosplayer, Ian.
All right, dude.
Are you trying to suggest that that's not what I mean?
No, I did think you were taking it a different way. Or I didn't want Linda to get mad.
I just really think that she puts a lot of effort in her costumes and stuff.
Look at the camera. And
Look
at the camera and say it with a straight face.
Jessica Negri is by far the most talented cosplayer that your eyes will be blessed with, probably in this millennia. Jessica Negri, we appreciate you for doing God's work, and we look forward to your next costume probably coming at Gamescom. I cannot wait to see you there. If you ever want to be a guest on the show, feel free to reach out to my people. I can't wait. Thank you. This is my TED Talk.
Dude, Darren, can you laugh without hitting the mic, please?
No.
Dude, that was good.
Thank you.
Dude, I hope she's a guest. Honestly, we'll have to get a new chair, but it's fine. We have a mic.
Oh, I'll lay on the ground. She can take my chair.
Who is this person? I don't even know.
You don't know who this is?
No. I mean, I've probably almost certainly seen her, but
Let me just pull this up for you.
the Instagram? Pulling up on the Instagram, dude.
Let me see if I can find something solid.
Wait, was that a Yoshi shell on a pregnant woman?
I didn't see the picture you're referencing, but that's just funny.
Well,
Is it what that is?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that.
Darren, what's wrong? Dude, that's a
really
chicken.
Top tier pictures.
Dude, that chicken though.
Yeah, look at all the effort in this picture.
Is that a
It's
tracer?
really-
Is she doing a tracer in that one?
Correct. Yeah. Really, there's really a lot of effort into this costume.
Yeah, dude,
You
the
see what I'm
hair
talking-
probably took a lot of time. I don't know about.
I can't do this anymore. We gotta move topics. We gotta go. It's getting out of hand, dude. Oh my god, dude, it's getting ugly, boys. It's getting ugly.
So, Black Ops 4.
We already got a copy strike on our YouTube upload.
Yeah.
Which never got resolved.
Classic.
Let me just clarify something. Before we jump onto the Call of Duty talk, let me clarify something. Whatever Bandai, Namco, whoever makes Pokemon,
Yeah.
PG stream,
Family friendly.
you can eat a box of rocks.
Eat a box of rocks.
Free promotion.
What?
Free promotion, and you copy strike us. And then when we try to resolve the claim, not only does nothing happen, I just don't get it, man.
I'm upset.
What did I do wrong besides show people the video you made? They probably wouldn't have seen it. Why are you banning my YouTube video because I show one clip of a game you're making to people that probably didn't ever care about it before that? Maybe they still didn't after. I know I didn't. We talked about it because it got views, dude. Because some people like Pokemon. Yeah, that's the only reason we did it. If I'm being upfront, that's the only reason we did it. I played Pokemon Go for like a month, realized it was trash because you did nothing to solve it, and then you wanted to go against us after we said some semi-negative things about your video. I will give you that.
That Pokeball's stupid.
That Pokeball's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right.
And honestly, I hope this YouTube video gets copy striked as well. Because all you're doing is restricting my freedom of speech, and I'm taking this straight to the United States government.
Dude, Cody's Vent is back. We back.
Oh, is Call of Duty bad? I said
It's Call of Duty. What do you expect?
I said
You were a Call of Duty-er. Don't come at me
Okay,
like that.
yeah, when Call of Duty was good.
All right, once a Call of Duty, you're always a Call of Duty, brother.
No.
I was Battlefield all the way, 100%.
Okay. Call of Duty used to be good. Now it's
Oh, yeah,
garbage.
that's true.
It's been garbage for a long time now. The last good Call of Duty was the first Black Ops.
Dude, what?
It's pretty funny watching myself throw the water bottle. Sorry.
But
Yeah, it looks like hot garbage.
couple of my friends said it was,
Yeah, it looks pretty. Yeah.
It's Call of Duty, you know. They're always the same.
It looks interesting. That boy Chad's playing it right now, and Jericho's playing it.
Who cares?
Fun.
No,
Call
not
of
fun,
Duty,
dude.
Omega Wall.
No.
Everyone, you look on that left side where all your followed Twitch streamers are. In about a year, they're all going to be playing the Hunt, and in about 3 years, they're all going to be playing the Gather. Full Send Studios, hop on the train while
Dude,
you
Full
can.
Send Studios to the moon.
Patreon.com/Full Send Studios, going public in about a week. Our market cap is currently $75 trillion. Full Send. For our audio listeners.
75 trillion, dude?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Apple thought they were good. We never even had to go public to get that high.
We just have that, dude, already.
Yeah, so it's just how she goes, dude. What are we talking about?
It
Buy
was
us for.
Yeah, it was. Well,
I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna play it. I'm glad Call of Duty still exists. Hopefully, there's one kid out there that has an enjoyable experience with it. Darren, are you okay?
Darren, you're at that moment right now. I just
you
really
haven't
want to
died
smack
on
you all the
stream
time.
yet. Maybe it's time for a good old. Oh, he's dead. Here he goes. He's broken. It's not coming back. I mean, I don't think you've talked.
When Darren gets broken, he tends to like chuckle a bit and then just shake his head like half shake. Like it's not even a full shake. It's like one of those. Hey, what's up, Clone Trooper? How you doing?
Clone Trooper, what's up, my dude?
But yeah.
Tyler one playing the Hunt. Is that a game already? Is the Hunt a game already?
No. Hunt is Hunt. There's no the.
Yeah, our game is called The Hunt.
Well, he said the Hunt, but he's just memeing that it would be funny to watch Tyler one player game. Yeah.
Darren needs some camera love. Cutting out a little bit. What? Oh, cutting out a little bit. What is audio, video?
Is he okay from whatever he did earlier? No.
No.
He's not.
He's
not okay.
He's falling apart. Dude, we're almost...
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
What do you mean, dude?
I'm kind of upset that I missed 666 total page views. Clone Trooper, thanks for the follow, my dude. Much appreciated. Three-way. I think, so we can end the podcast at 8. I think I'm going to sit up here until we get 50 followers. Like, if I had to stay up all night, I might do it. Mostly because...
You sit up by yourself and talk?
Like, I'm just going to... No, I'm not going to talk.
Dude,
I'm just going to sit here and look at the camera.
Pull a Big Daddy Jeff stream and just stare at the camera and not move.
If you don't want me to sit here and starve, hit the follow. Thanks. Smile. It's been real awkward today. I don't know what's been going on. Call of Duty
for what?
Call of Duty trash. Let's talk about Overwatch, dude. Overwatch League Grand Finals reached nearly 11 million viewers. I'm not following unless I'm here.
Here we go, dude.
Anything you want.
Wow. For
next 10 minutes. All right, Cody, we're talking, but Cody,
7:38. 7:38 is the time. We'll make it happen.
Yeah,
We'll make it happen.
Darren, why don't you have the screen, and while I go get another water, why don't you talk about RuneScape 3 for a little bit?
RuneScape 3? You want me to talk about RuneScape?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you got 10 minutes.
You want me to talk about, like, old school versus the new RuneScape?
Dude, whatever you want.
Dude, just go for it.
Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna
So anybody out there that plays...
I'm kicking my feet up right now. You guys aren't gonna see it because it has to be on Darren. But I'm kicking my feet up right now and we're chilling. All right, go ahead.
So RuneScape 3 and old school RuneScape, pretty games that people know. I don't know if everybody plays them, but they probably know.
Hold on a second. Right? Why pick a name called you the big boss? You're more of the little boss.
Wow. Yeah, I'm the shortest person here.
You're the shortest person I know.
So I'm pretty short. You know, that's just how we do it.
He called him the big boss.
The big boss. The big boss behind.
Dude, small boss Darren.
I actually prefer. I kind of align myself with the boss baby.
Oh,
that movie's actually funny. So.
So I guess RuneScape 3, you know, old school is pretty popular on Twitch and stuff, right? I think it's still... Is old school still popular on Twitch?
Who cares?
It's
RuneScape.
I mean...
I think so.
Basically, if you like old school compared to RuneScape 3, you're just high on nostalgia. because old school's garbage. But that's all I have to say about that. Hey,
You hurt me.
You guys don't have facial hair. He knows what's up.
Yeah, I can grow. Cody can't. I can't.
Okay, but you don't.
That's right.
OSRS has 9,000 viewers right now.
Okay,
He got the beard, so that's unfair.
You know what? While we're on my camera time, we're going to talk about my favorite topic of the week, our Lord and Savior Elon Musk weekly update.
Elon the goat,
talking about taking Tesla private.
Yeah, dude.
Getting the SEC all riled up there.
Oh, because the SEC won't. I don't like. Every time I hear the SEC, dude, I like it. It's just instant that I think of that song.
Yeah. So basically, Elon tweeted last week that when Tesla shares at $420, he was going to take it private. Whether that's a joke on 420, I don't know, but it seemed like he was serious. So after he tweeted that, Tesla stock went up like $50. We allow that.
Yeah, we allow that for sure.
So anyways, it goes up. Tesla stock goes up like $50 or something.
I just love when you allow stuff. Use
Toucher.
delete block term stem toucher possessive sex body part. Like what? Ian, are you okay, dude?
But anyways, Tesla stock goes up like crazy after he says that, and the SEC is like, "Nah, fam, this is like you're doing some shady stuff here. We're gonna investigate this." So the question now is whether that was a substantiated claim or not. Whether Tesla can actually go private. What's going on over here, Ian? So if Tesla can't actually go private, if they're unable to actually perform the buyout to do it, and depending on who knew what when, like did the board know about this, etc., Elon could be in some trouble with the SEC.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there.
Pretty good stuff.
Elon Musk is
I definitely am in support of Tesla going private. They definitely need to. They have too much. I don't know what the word is. They have too many people trying to stop them. Really.
Yeah. Agreed.
Wow.
What?
Ian, he said rip follow because you came into my camera time.
No, dude.
Wow. Ian, you ruined it all.
Funny comment.
See, he said I need my space. That's true. He invaded my personal space button.
Oh, here we go. Me too.
I need a safe space over here, Ian.
Come on, dude. Just bear with us.
I'm sorry.
Just bear with
All right,
us.
here we go. We're
Come
rolling.
on. Come on, dude.
So, also in other Tesla news, they're talking about taking their vehicle security software open source.
Yes.
That would be a first.
I don't know what like Elon said open source, but it's open source for car companies.
I mean, I guess we'll see what
That's what
that
he's-
really means.
Because like, doesn't
I
that
mean,
defeat the
who's gonna-
purpose of
who-
security
Well, I mean,
if it's open source?
no.
How?
I mean, what am I thinking of? Most like password hashing things are open source. A lot of it's not insecure for that to be open source. It's better for it to be open source. Bitcoin is open source.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Well. Oh God. Here we go.
But yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, obviously, it doesn't really. It's not that useful to anyone who's not a car maker, but
Yeah.
That is a thing that he's doing, or hopefully that he does.
Yeah.
We got the Pandora podcast genome.
Yeah, dude. So I'm very lit about this. So if you don't know what Pandora is, they've probably been around for probably 10 or more years, right? Like,
Question about open source in the chat real quick before
go
we get
for
into this. Open source, it depends on the license. So they can license it to where you have to attribute them. You can only use it in certain ways or do certain things with it. All that open source really means is that you can, it doesn't even necessarily mean that you can use the source code. It means that you can see it.
View it.
Essentially, it depends on how they license it. So there's pre-made licenses like the GPL and the MIT license that have their own ways that you are allowed to use it and aren't allowed to use it. MIT is probably the most permissive license as far as what you're allowed to do with it, but it's gonna depend on how they release it.
Right. That's interesting. So what were we talking about? The Pandora thing.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what Pandora is, they kind of started this project that they call like the Genome Project.
Mm-hmm.
Now this has been a thing for years, right? But effectively what it does is, kind of selects music for you based on what you've told them that you like, right? It's a fairly simple, I guess, kind of system.
Well, so the difference between this and other things is this, as far as I know, the Genome Project actually analyzes the audio of the music and
really?
picks similar styles of music based on that, whereas other things basically pick similar genres that music is tagged as, right?
Okay. So that's important. So that matters. So I don't know. I feel like there's not a way to be that in depth with like this.
Yeah.
Right, because it's not an audio.
Yeah.
I mean, it's audio, but
I don't know how they do. I mean, they do use tags and stuff like other
Yeah.
things do as well. But I know that there is some sort of
help
automation
refine the
to.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I don't know if there's anything really in this article about it. Designed to help users find podcasts to listen to based on the characteristics of each show. There's nothing personalized, but we're building for podcasts what we did for music. Yeah, so I don't know. But the important part, I think, from my perspective, isn't necessarily how it's happening. It's more that it is happening.
Yeah.
So this is, I don't know where they're going to be pulling the podcast from or whatever. I mean, I assume it's not going to be from Twitch, but it's a cool thing because, we've seen this, like, the market kind of driving to, where a lot more people are doing, integrating podcasts into their system. I mean, Apple's been doing it for a while now, as far as I know. Spotify started doing it recently. I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but, SoundCloud allows that stuff on there.
Google Play has podcasts.
Yeah, Google Play does, and stuff like that. And the more and more it's popularized, and I mean, frankly, the more that people are actually watching it, the more it's the same kind of scenario as video games, right?
Yeah.
The more that it's popularized, and the easier it becomes to actually do it. For example, 3 guys living in a house together, buying mics and running it because you have a decent internet speed. The easier it becomes to do, the more saturated the market becomes. So this is just one of those things where, okay, we recognize that it's tough for smaller things to get known, or just in general for people to get known.
I just want to say we hit the 10 minutes and Why Pick a Name followed, so we're good.
Hey, dude. Thanks
Thanks,
for the
bud.
follow, my dude.
Sorry for
Back to
invading
you
his
guys.
space, man.
Much appreciated.
I didn't mean it.
So listen,
Dude, so do I.
Yeah,
I do.
me too.
When I'm running, I do.
Omega lol.
LOL at the gym.
Yeah. In more ways than one. So it's very cool. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it, how they're gonna handle it.
Dude, we need 2 more followers so Cody doesn't have to sit up here all night.
I always get worried when I see the viewer spike because it normally means that there's about to be like sexual content in chat.
Yeah.
Good thing our bot blocks literally everything.
Well, no, it doesn't. It's me banning everyone because Matador is complaining about Nightbot. It would block everything, but people started complaining about it the first week we integrated it. So I nerfed it, and now all this stuff is allowed.
Good catch, dude.
So yeah, I mean, if you're interested in not having Cody stay up all night on stream,
hit the follow button.
Hit the follow
That's a
button.
very
We need 2
dangerous
more
thing to say
followers.
because I feel like I would watch that.
Well,
If we get to
it's just
100,
gonna be that.
if we get to 100 followers tonight, Cody will sleep up here with the camera on him.
I would do that. That's like the popular thing to do. I made $7 million while sleeping. Check how. Well, we don't make any money, but maybe someday. We've made what, $3? I think.
No, we've made like 8.
Have we really?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
my brot's donated twice. Chad's donated a little bit.
We've made 801, dude. Hogs. Dude. It's pretty lit. Yeah, I mean, just do your daily charity. Give us a follow. Thanks. It's much appreciated. So yeah, the podcast thing's cool. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. Probably not gonna impact us at all because
we're the best already, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So
yeah,
I mean, look at this. You don't know, dude?
Whoa.
Today?
Dude. Whoa, dude.
Chad did dono on Venmo.
Oh, on Venmo.
$75.
Today or the other one? Oh, nice, dude. Chad, we always appreciate
the best, dude.
Chad, are you excited for bit? Did you get rid of all your bits? Because you're on the Fortnite grind, right? You only buy Fortnite skins now. Well, it's nice to have you back, Chad.
Speaking of Fortnite, made me think of Battle Royales. PUBG's new website.
Oh, yeah.
Fix.pubg.com.
Oh, dude, that's completely understandable. Can sub, though. Well, if we get to 50
good.
followers, you can sub.
If you don't know, if you have your Amazon Prime account linked to your Twitch,
well, once we hit 50
once a month free. So hey, you never start. It's never too early to start plugging. Okay.
Oh yeah, I did it the first episode. So I just put a little website in chat. So PUBG is undergoing a little marketing campaign. We'll call it to
make their game not trash.
I don't even know if it's. I don't expect any real changes, right?
Do you think it's
I think it's a meme.
Yeah. Do you think they're just
kind of embracing that
our game is really
broken.
bad? Yeah.
I think they're embracing that it's broken, and they still had 1.1 max concurrent players.
I want to say that
like 2 days ago.
The most recent patch that they did was really big, and I actually felt a difference. Like like my bullets went where I wanted them to go.
Well,
so
that's nice.
Well, that's step
big.
one in making.
That's big, yeah, dude.
I feel like that should have been
dude.
something they did before they released it.
Chad with the $5 dono, my dude. I appreciate it.
Wow, dude.
Now I don't have to starve this week, dude. Who's going to Dairy Queen after the podcast?
Hey, I'm down,
Let's
dude.
go, boys. Let's go, tramp.
That Reese's Outrageous Blizzard is actually so good.
Banging, dude.
Yeah.
Banging. Dude, I'm about to just follow bot, honestly. I've had enough. We're not sitting here 2 followers away.
Hey, don't say that. You can get us banned, dude.
Monka TOS. I'm not actually going to do that, okay? I'm not Ninja.
Whoa, dude.
Monka TOS, dude. I got to come. Oh, camera clipping. It happens when you do something.
It happens when you move at all. The whole house just shakes and then the cameras clip.
God, wow. Watch out, dude. As if the foundation wasn't already declining
I'm happy that
enough.
he's going back to school.
Oh, all right, dude.
Savage assassin out here, Darren, dude, popping off.
It's okay, I'm only an hour away, Darren.
Better quit that popping off, Darren.
I come back here every day.
Well,
You're gonna be asleep, and I'm gonna be like,
pretty much
Darren.
been coming back every day from Columbus anyway. So
That's hard to argue. Yeah.
So how many people are watching that we don't know?
All of them?
2? Well, maybe. Well, Electrical Longboard is a bot.
Hold on, let me say this.
Root is a bot.
I would like to get to know you. So hit that follow button.
Hit the follow button, dude.
Yep.
Get us to 50 followers.
Dude, if we get to 50 followers, I'll make myself cry.
So the PUBG website's pretty funny. I'll make you.
What is
as soon as the camera came out there, and it went wrong from there.
Well, what'd I say, dude?
I know. They're just.
What?
Where did I go wrong?
I
lost a friend.
Somewhere
What is the name of that song?
I don't know
the name.
Hold on, let me sing the whole song and I'll remember it.
Yeah.
Let me get to the chorus.
Please don't.
How to Save a Life.
Yeah.
How to save a
I'm gonna turn this mic down real quick.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, we're back. We're back.
We're kind of running low on time. Oh yeah, Snapchat bent me over this week. Made me its dirty slave.
Hey, PG stream.
What?
PG stream.
I did.
If anybody doesn't know, Snapchat is dying. They're a terrible company, but for some reason their stock just does not change. I think that's going to change by
change.
mid-September.
It went down $2.
Well, it didn't change in the. It changed for 2 minutes and then went back to what it was. That's not changing in my book.
It's literally the same as it's been, dude.
I'm really tilted. It's a garbage company that had. Yeah, probably, dude. I'm a little loud sometimes, dude. It's just how she goes. It just doesn't make any sense, dude.
Yeah, the whole Snapchat thing, I don't get it.
Their monthly average viewers went down. They had a less market share on ad revenue. Why did I just not hear myself?
I touched this a little bit. I put it back to where it was.
And somehow they just destroyed revenue expectations in EPS.
Yeah.
Dude, Snapchat's the best company that there has ever been.
No.
And
They're gonna be
in a quarter when Facebook and Twitter on their earnings calls, who did exponentially better, still went down 20%.
I'm gonna tell a story real quick.
Like, there's not a more surefire bet.
I'm gonna tell a story real quick, right? Okay. And it's what Cody was texting me in the days before this happened, right? Cody texted me.
I don't care about iTunes, Chad.
Cody texted me and said, and I was like, so, Snapchat puts, what's up with it, homie? And he said, he sent me some graphs of Facebook and Twitter going down. And he says, I have no reason to believe that Snapchat will be any different. I still have no
reason to believe.
So what happens is, right?
I think it was rigged.
I'm not big in the market, right? Like they are.
I think Shkreli had some calls and he was just rigging the game.
Oh, here we go.
Well, Apple was actually rigging the game. Like Snapchat has a partnership with Apple or something like that, and that's why. Did anyone notice? 3 days before their earnings call, they shot up to the second best app on iTunes, and a week before that, they weren't in the top 25.
I want to answer that question. Windows or Mac for development depends on what you're developing. If you plan on making iPhone apps, you have to have a Mac. So then you should get a Mac. For pretty much anything else, Windows or Linux. Mac's not bad, but it's closed, and that's not good for development unless you're developing for a Mac or iPhone. So probably Windows is what I would go with. And optimally, I would get Windows and then a cheaper Mac, because if you want to make an iPhone app, you don't need the best Mac Pro you can buy. But Windows definitely, if you are comfortable with Linux, that's great for development. So just depends on what you want to make. If you want to make games, you're probably looking at Windows, especially if you want to use something like Unreal Engine or something.
Hello. I'm gonna interrupt this. If you want to see me do something, type it in chat. I will do anything for you to follow.
We're 2 away. Cody can't stand it. Cody's face is so angry.
Anything.
Anything that's not TOS.
Yeah. Maybe. We can enter a gray area. I'm fine with that.
Say my name.
Saggy balls. There you go. Are you happy? I did it. Now destroy that follow button for me.
Smash that.
Or your band.
Smash that follow button.
Just kidding.
There's some milk in the fridge, dude.
Chad, I will ban you.
Here it is, dude.
I'm not drinking a gallon of milk.
Why?
I'm not doing it on stream. That's self-harm. That's Monka TOS.
Self-harm.
Well.
Uh-oh.
I'm kind of thinking about it, Chad, just because he gave me $5.
Dude, we got 10 minutes left.
The milk that's in the fridge might be expired.
I'm not actually doing it.
Even better, dude.
No, not better. I drink, last week or the week before, we got some milk on a trailer, and I'm like, oh, the unit's on. Maybe it's still good. Maybe it's just been sitting in a cold trailer. There's only one way to find out. And I drank some of it, and I literally threw up. I vomited. And so I go back downstairs, and I'm like, dude, what's the story on that milk in there? And he's like, dude, that's been on a trailer sitting outside our warehouse for the last 4 days. in like 90-degree weather every day.
Yeah, dude.
I was like,
So can you describe the taste to me?
well,
I've never had spilled milk because I'm not stupid.
the weird part about it was like the chunks, because it was starting to make cheese. Mom, I will ban you right now. Why does this always happen to me?
Hey, we need you to hit that ramp again, Cody.
He followed. One follower away.
Cody, has your mom seen the video of you falling on the bike yet?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not.
Twice?
Maybe not, dude. I'm
Hey,
not closing the stream until we get.
we have a
50 followers there,
weekly
and I'm
segment
sorry.
that's been going on, Cody. How's your elbow?
It's actually looking better today. I took off the Band-Aid. It didn't smell today, so I think the infection's gone.
It didn't smell.
Can all you guys say my name, then I'll follow on my other account.
Oh, is that the US?
I don't know,
What?
but I think we can.
accounts, dude?
I think we can.
that
We can
is.
get the video in here of Cody falling.
Oh,
Oh,
least
now
one
you
of
can
them.
make videos work on one monitor.
Well,
all right. I would prefer the second one because I just look so fat in the first one.
all right.
I
hear it. I hear it.
is
Okay,
the
first of all, SAG. I'm not gonna say your full name, but SAG. I'll say Saggy. What's up, dog? The video you're about to watch is worth another follow.
But also, we cannot. We can't promote you following on more than one account because that's technically follow botting.
yeah. So don't do that.
I'm working on getting this video in here,
All
so
right,
you
all
guys
right.
just keep talking about stuff.
All right, yeah.
I'll let you know. When
No. Chad, Cody doesn't want
Chad,
both.
donate $5 more.
Buy me Dairy Queen.
Do we get a honestly like the podcast is done? I'm just waiting for this last follow.
The
Like,
podcast is done.
It's not actually done. It's not actually done.
We gotta watch this video, dude.
We gotta watch this video. While we're waiting on him to buff this out, we hit on Snapchat. Trump Space Force Omega Lol. That's
Trump
a thing.
Space Force, yeah.
That is a thing. I think we really got.
We got
everything
everything. We got every
else.
topic this week, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty lit, dude. Yeah, it's pretty lit.
All right, so
Why are we lagging?
I'm going.
Is this just me?
Yeah.
Send me a link.
Oh no.
Do you got it? You don't have to leave. You don't.
So
We're
we're gonna
gonna
switch
watch
over
it
to play this video real quick. Bear with me here. This should work, right? Okay. So
Dunno.
we're gonna play this from the Full Send Studios Discord.
Oh, of course we are.
Because that's where
That's
the video is
smart.
in.
That is smart.
So we're gonna play this video real
What is
quick. It's
happening?
our
Hey,
boy Cody there on
Hop on
camera.
our Discord, dude.
He's gonna fall down on a bike and it's really funny.
Yep.
So we're gonna go for that here.
What do you mean?
So sorry for the vertical video. Ian filmed this. He's bad at using a camera.
Dude, he was bound to do it. I didn't
So
stop him.
this is just one of the best things I've ever seen.
You gotta play it again. Play it multiple times.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean we gotta get like a little just
Oh, dude, you
right
bound so
there,
hard.
dude.
Oh man, that hurts just looking at it, boys. I followed, dude. Do we get 50 followers?
I'm about to cry, dude.
No, you didn't, dude. You're a liar, bro. I don't think he actually did. Oh no, wait! It didn't update on Streamlabs.
Cody, don't start jumping. It's okay. Just breathe. Breathe.
Smiley TV.
We've made it.
Dude, we made it, dude.
done it.
We made it.
We did
Oh
it.
my
I am now successful. I don't need anything else in my life.
We made it, boys. We esports now. 50 follower pog.
Hey, for the 50 follower mark, I think we need to get Cody back
Oh,
on that
here we
ramp
go, dude.
with another try. I think he
Smiley.
can land it, you know?
We appreciate it, dude.
Who thinks that Cody needs to hit that ramp again and give it another try?
There we
Hit
go.
that like button.
So how do we need to set up bits right now for the last 5 minutes of the stream.
I'll work on it. I'm on the Sun Studios.
yeah, dude. Let's get it.
yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
So let me know if you guys let us know if you guys want to see
I'm not
another of
doing
those
that
videos
again.
on the bike. If the viewers want it, you're gonna do it.
No, I'm not.
Why? Dude, it probably doesn't hurt that bad, okay?
It does. My arm is infected.
Well, that's your fault. That's not directly correlated to you falling.
burp.
Darren, do not even.
I can't believe we made it.
So, bad news.
Wait, it says
Oh, we lost
We
a follower.
can't. Well, we can't do it because it doesn't update until the end. The actual
We lost a
affiliate
follower.
thing
Someone
doesn't update
unfollowed.
until the
Someone
end of the
unfollowed
stream,
us.
but-
Someone unfollowed us.
Who did it?
Are you kidding
Who
me?
did it? Was it Chad?
I don't know what this message is. But the follower thing for affiliate doesn't update until the stream's over.
Someone
Wow.
unfollowed us.
That's probably your mom, Cody.
Oh, it's at 50 again. Did someone else follow, or is it just broken?
I think your mom unfollowed
It's
us.
just not that. It's not that fast. You gotta give it time.
No, because it was 50 before.
It was
That's
50.
why it was-
I know, but it was, and then it went back to 49, and now it's 50 again.
What is that message?
Cody actually bit the dust on the ramp on the podcast next week. We'll work on showing you both videos. We'll have the first one. That was actually the second attempt.
The first one was.
Do you
not
have
as
your
bad.
elbow right now? What's your elbow looking like?
I just already asked him about that, Darren.
Well, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, that's your fault, dude.
It's better. It doesn't smell anymore. It's not that infected at this point. Skin's starting to grow back. So,
We did
could
it.
be worse. Dude, I just don't even. I'm gonna go on a little bit here.
You got 4 minutes, bud.
Close up the stream with your rant. Dude.
Cody, vent. Go for it.
It's been a wild ride. We've been here 13 weeks, coming at you live to the Full Send Nation every week, Sunday at 6, except like the first week I think we were late. You know, that's just how she goes. We've been on time. I mean, and you know, we've built a little community here, and the noise in the background is probably the AC.
Don't interrupt.
Honestly, like obviously the main reason we've done this is A, it's fun. I like doing it. But B, you know, we're making a game, and the whole point is to grow a community. And this is the first step in that process. It seems like a very small goal, and you know, our goal is to extend a lot beyond this, but this is a good milestone. Matador, if you're listening, you're like our first non-friend follower. If you hear this on YouTube or anything, thanks for kicking off the train. We've been pretty steady, like getting like 3-4 followers every stream. It's hard to make it out here, you know, as a young up-and-coming stream. So yeah, just wanted to say thank you for the support. It's very much appreciated. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, hopefully we will have a playable game for you guys here in the next couple of months. So that'll be a nice thank you for sticking around. Besides watching me fall on the bike, it's a pretty good time too.
We're gonna work on getting another one of those.
We're not. I'm not doing it again.
That's what you said the first time.
And the second.
No. I'm not doing it again. I've clarified that.
Okay.
I said to do it again, I need $5,000.
Oh, who's making that happen, boys?
So, take with that what you will. But anyway, as usual, I'm going to close out the stream. Well, we got every topic.
Yeah, dude.
That's like the first time that's ever happened.
First time in a
Literally-
couple weeks that it's happened, yes.
Yeah. So it's pretty lit. This is a great stream. They always are. Our viewers continue to, like, our averages keep wrapping up.
Mhm.
Feels good. I don't know if you enjoy or if it's because you feel bad because you just you see 3 adult men sitting in a room, you know, basically begging for views. That's what I do. I mean, they don't beg as much, but I do.
I don't
That's
beg
what
at
I'm
all.
all about. You do.
do I
You
beg?
do. Everyone begs.
Maybe.
Hey, can I take my follow back?
No, dog.
I mean, I can follow you.
Oh.
If that's what you mean, like follow back.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'll do it right now. Sure.
Ooh.
I don't care.
Oh, he said, "Can I take my follow back?"
No, I wouldn't want you to. But I'm gonna follow you just because why not?
There you go, dude.
So anyway, it's 8 o'clock as per usual. If you're new here, you probably don't know. Our podcasts are normally about 2 hours long, so this is kind of the time that we normally wrap everything up. Just a kind of quick summary of what happened today. We're working on a new game. Maybe expect it to be coming out soon, next couple of months. You can go check out our other social medias, such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. So you can check those out. All the links are either up above right here or down below, so you can check those links out.
Oh, did you get it?
I don't know. We're about to find out. Did I get it? Did I get it? PogChamp? Oh, I think we missed it. Did we miss it?
No.
No. Am I this behind?
What are you doing?
We're seeing if you
We're
got
seeing
it.
if I-
Ooh,
not
that's pretty good. That's pretty
dude.
good today. That's
Not
pretty
bad. Yeah, no problem, my dude. No problem for the fall. So anyway, game coming out here soon. Watch out for content from that. What else? Check out the social media. We put content there. Yeah, run those commands. There you go. Commands in chat. Can I get a Pogs in chat for 50 followers?
Good job.
Maybe we work on like doing a little Twitch emote or something for 50 followers. That might be cool. I might do something like that this week.
Wait. I have an idea.
Okay. Marshmallow, dude.
No. You falling off your bike.
I mean, that would be easy.
Yes.
to do.
And a
We could do
marshmallow
that.
one, too.
We're doing that.
Could do that.
Dude, we need a marshmallow.
You only get one emote as an affiliate, I think.
What?
Pretty sure.
No, there's
Pretty
no way.
sure.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably like the
difference
one
between
thing.
a partner.
Oh, it's got to be you falling off your bike.
Make a follower button. Okay. We'll work on all this stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Follow
so people can subscribe now, right? Is that right?
Well,
Not
once
yet.
we do the,
Yeah.
it takes a while to update, and then you got to actually join the affiliate program. You got to set some stuff up, but we'll do
Right.
that this week.
Yeah.
So we'll be there by
Nice,
by the
dude.
podcast, so.
Okay, so anyway, gonna close out the stream. If you missed some segments, it'll be live on YouTube. Most likely tomorrow is normally when everything gets figured out. So you can check that out there. Let me just give a quick shout out. Thank you, Smiley TV, SAG, Why Pick a Name, Clone Trooper, and Red Mazer for the follows today. Big Pogs for 50 followers. So yeah, we're just gonna close out the stream right there. We appreciate all the follows, all the whatever the talking in chat. We always appreciate it. But as usual, we'll see you guys hopefully next week, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
A little PS there.
Oh.
I want to just add out. Watch out for if you followed us on Twitch. Watch out for our development live streams. If you're
Ooh.
interested in that, we're gonna definitely have some more of those coming up with the hunt.
And the 1v1.
Yes.
Maybe the 1v1 that we talked about before.
past 3.
Yeah.
So with that, thank you all for joining.
Bye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Peace.